Please sit. Bore da, a croeso I Gaerdydd. Good morning, welcome to Cardiff, to the Utilita Arena and to our 2024 graduation ceremonies. My name's Baroness Jenny Randerson and I'm the Chancellor of Cardiff University, and it's a real privilege to be here today to celebrate this momentous occasion with you. May I offer a warm welcome to family, friends and supporters, to our alumni speaker, and of course to you, the class of 2024. Today we celebrate the extraordinary achievements of students in our School of Healthcare Sciences. Acquiring a university education is no mean feat, so I congratulate you not only for securing a place at Cardiff University in the first place, but also for your dedication and commitment that you have demonstrated to get you to where you are today. And in particular, most of you will have started your studies when staff and students were still battling against the impact of COVID on our daily lives. So you deserve even greater praise for your success. Congratulations to you all. Llongyfarchiadau I chi gyd. Over your time with your school, your feedback has helped take its teaching and resources from strength to strength. You've recently benefited from new state-of-the-art learning facilities at Heath Park West. Because of you, new funds have been secured for radiography teaching, which will continue to improve the school's offering to students. You've all developed into highly trained, competent and caring health professionals. And your school wishes you all the luck in the world as you embark on the next stage of your life. While you've been here, you have been taught by world-leading scholars, some of the brightest minds on the planet. And now it's your turn. Your Cardiff qualification tells the world that you are ambitious, passionate, and have a brilliant mind. Embark on the next stage of your journey with all the confidence that brings. For some of you, today will be tinged with sadness as you say goodbye to Cardiff. This vibrant, colourful diversity has been the backdrop to your journey through university. Of course, the charm and character of Cardiff is difficult to give up, and some of you have already decided to stay and call Cardiff home, at least for the foreseeable future, whether this is work or further study. Either way, you cross the stage in the short while and step foot outside the front door of this arena, and you will be doing so as a Cardiff graduate, as a member of our alumni community. Cardiff University will always be your university. So wherever life takes you, we hope that you become a flag bearer for this great institution and carry forward our values of kindness and generosity of spirit. We ask that you stay in touch, come and visit us often, and share your experiences of Cardiff University with the wider world. Finally, I want to thank your families and friends who've come today to support the class of 2024. Your presence here makes the day even more special for our students. You are here because you are proud of their achievements. So as they cross the stage, please make sure they notice you are here. We need lots of loud and enthusiastic applause. Don't hold back. For now, to those who are graduating, I ask that you sit back, enjoy the ceremony, savor the moment. I hope we will add another special memory to the collection you have grown over your time with us, and that your graduation will be something you can fondly look back on in the years to come. We now move to the proclamation, and I now have the pleasure of introducing Deo, Sean, Llewellyn Owen. Deo will read the proclamation and a poem by Wales's inaugural national poet, Gwyneth Lewis. Many of you will have encountered Gwyneth's work before, probably without being aware of it, in the form of 6-foot-high words, thought to be the biggest poem in the world, on the front of the Wales Millennium Centre. Gwyneth has been writer-in-residence at the University School of Physics and Astronomy and is now an honorary fellow. The poem Education was specially commissioned by Cardiff University. Dale.
Education by Gwyneth Lewis. Beiddia feiddio gwellhad yn wneud, myna geisio parcha ddweud. Trawsnewidiad fydd dy glod, dy ddyfodol, mentro bod. Learning's a passport that returns you home a better person. It permits you to dare being daring, makes you secure with not knowing everything, helps you welcome some failures, forges an alloy with others' thinking. It is simple delight in mind and its motions, scintillates but isn't deceptive, admits the joy of institutes, is the open road to everywhere but bigotry. It is the shortest distance between you and me, and if you're lucky, it never ends. Byddaf yn awr yn darllen y proclamasiwn yn gyntaf yn Gymraeg ac yna yn Saesneg. I will now read the proclamation, first in Welsh and then in English. Nerth gwlad ei gwybodau. Boed hysbys i holl aelodau'r Brifysgol ac ar hyd a lled y byd fod cynulliad o Brifysgol Caerdydd yn cael ei gynnal heddiw ym Mhrifddinas Cymru. O dan awdurdod Siarter Frenhinol y Brifysgol, mae'r cynulliad hwn yn cyfarfod i dderbyn y myfyrwyr sydd, yn rhinwedd eu hastudiaethau a'u hysgolheictod, wedi harholi'n briodol yn unol â statudau'r Brifysgol ac wedi cael yn deilwng o'i graddau. Wrth ddathlu llwyddiant y rhai sy'n graddio yn y cynulliad hwn, fe'i hatgoffwn o'i cyfrifoldeb i gyfrannu at werthoedd y Brifysgol hon, a nod iddynt hwy i'w ceisio drwy eu cyflawniadau wasanaethu ar lles pawb. Ymdrechu i sicrhau rhagoriaeth ym mhob peth ac yn boeni am ddyfodol ein byd. Gwrandewch yn awchus ar ddoethineb gan ei fod yn cynnig gobaith a gwirionedd ym mhob cenhedlaeth. A nation's strength is in its learning. Let it be known to all members of the university and throughout the world that today in the capital city of Wales, a congregation of Cardiff University is taking place. Under the authority of the university's Royal Charter, this congregation meets to receive those students who, by virtue of their studies and scholarships, have been appropriately examined according to the statutes of the university and found worthy of their degrees. We celebrate the success of those who graduate in this congregation, and in doing so remind them of their responsibility to share in the values of this university. It is for them to seek, through their achievements, to serve the common good, to strive for excellence on all things, and care for the future of our world. Be attentive to wisdom, for it offers hope and truth in every generation. Diolch.
Bore da, class of 2024. Cardiff, it's an absolute privilege to address you today, a day which you will all remember fondly for the rest of your lives. At the beginning of this journey, many of you would have been faced with the daunting but exciting prospect of moving away from home, whether it be from Pontypridd, Portsmouth, or Peru. Making new friends and perhaps living independently for the first time, none of these are easy feats, so for that, I congratulate you. During your time at Cardiff, you may have had to overcome some challenges. You may have been the first in your family to come to university. You may have been a carer or have dependents and have had to balance that with your university life. Or maybe you battled with something else entirely. You should all feel very proud of what you've achieved, both personally and academically. The experience you've shared together in a seminar room, a sports club, or a society, the opportunities you've embraced and the relationships which you've built have made you into the graduate and person that you are today. As you reflect on your time here, let's acknowledge the hard work and dedication that brought you to this moment. It's not just about the degrees that you hold, but the friendships that you've made and the lessons that you've learned, and the growth that you've experienced. You may or may not know exactly what's next, but as you step into the next chapter, carry with you the resilience you've developed and the memories you've cherished. Face the future with confidence, knowing that you're equipped to tackle whatever comes your way. May your care ever be for the good name of our university and the well-being of our world. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Bore da iawn I chi. Good morning, everybody. Fe enw I yw'r athro Damien Wolford-Davies, fi yw provost Aberprwy Is-Ganghellor Prifysgol Caerdydd. My name is Professor Damien Wolford-Davies. I'm the Provost and Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Cardiff University, and I'm delighted to say that my job today, as it has been for some of this week, is very simple. It is to welcome all students, all of you, to your awards, to receive your awards. And I know that Claire, my colleague behind me, has already trailed this morning, but I'll say a little bit more about what I hope you'll agree will be a very dramatic moment shortly. First of all, I know that our presiding officer and Chancellor has already mentioned this, but we really have to talk about this issue of noise. You know, the constant hollering, the deafening cries, the screeches from the very depths of the human voice box. We like these, and we want more of them, and we want them all of the time. And I'm not joking, because, not to be too philosophical about it, but look at this runway here. It is a bit of a paradox, this space. It's both long and very short. And each of you will be walking down here in your own way, and it'll be your own universe and your own time. And I would like all of us in this auditorium to give each student their due and your support and, frankly, your love as they cross the stage. Do we have a deal? Good. Once all the students for each award have crossed the stage and returned to their seats, I'm going to ask you to stand. And at that point in the ceremony, and at other equivalent times in this ceremony today, it's a tradition of the university for me to speak in Welsh to receive each group of graduates to their particular award. And the Welsh formula I'm going to use, when translated, runs: through the authority conferred on me by the university, I receive you to your award with all the privileges this confers. Congratulations. And in Welsh, trwy'r awdurdod a roddwyd I mi gan y Brifysgol, derbyniaf chi i'ch dyfarniad a'r holl freintiau a ddaw yn ei sgil, llongyfarchiadau. So listen out for that important Welsh word meaning congratulations, llongyfarchiadau. And the first part of that word basically means joy. I now introduce Professor Nicola Innes, Head of the School of Healthcare Sciences, who will present undergraduate students for their award.
I, Professor Nicola Innes, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Midwifery. Elizabeth Rose Adams. Rian Ahmed. Laura Allen. Claire Andrews. Dion Bettison. Louise Birch. Ellie Boyland. Ellen Orkham. Emma Louise Carswell. Izzy Chamberlain. Ashley Cheese. Ellie Clark. Elizabeth Davis. Holly Davis. Laura Dwyer. Rebecca Victoria Hall. Leah Hunt. Laura James. Bethan Alexandra John. And Harrod Joyce Jones. Samantha Jones. Josephine Kearney. Amelia King. Isabel Lloyd. Fiona Lee Mallows. Dawn Felicia Forster Armitage Marshall. Gemma Elizabeth Moran. Natasha Nicholson. Stephanie Erin O'Connor. Hannah Osborne. Lauren Page. Sally Melinda Pierce. Caitlin Pedder. Leanne Pearce. Lydia Rose Soar. Cyber Sultana. Cleo Vaughan. I, Professor Nicola Innes, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Nursing. Matilda Jane Baker. Rebecca Jane Barry. Hannah Bacon. Kaylee Burney. Jamie Bevan. Madeline Bishop. Saba Boston. Emily Victoria Bow. Megan Leah Boyle. Kate Ellen Bradley. Kate Bridger. Chelsea Rose Elizabeth Brody. Katrina Michelle Brown. Charlotte Brown. Sarah Elizabeth Bullen. Binny Rebecca Burgess. Anna Sophia Ruby Burton. Ella Burwood. Louis Cafola. Rahima Campbell Zubezi. Teresa Carrington. Stephanie Francis Cartwright. Eve Grant. Sanjida Raman Chowdhury. Emily Church. Mena Gwen Clark. Jade Conway. Olivia Conway. Mavis Sarpong Korea. Maya Chris Patterson. Rachel Elizabeth Kalinin. Ruby Alice Culpin. Justina Miroslava da Silva. Pushpa Dharampal Thapa. Kelsey Lee Daniels. Emily Davis. Megan Davis. Mia Rose Davis. Millie Elise Davis. Molly Ann Davis. Holly Dawson. Keisha Elizabeth D. Harriet Leah Dell. Holly Dixon. Tracy Downing. Ellen Keris Julie. Isabel Alice Dunn. McCarthy Oro Erdor. Tammy Louise Elliott. Bethany Elliott. Sophia Elliott. Bethany Erdini Ball. Bethan Evans. Charlotte Ann Evans. Emily Louise Evans. Fionn Evans. Hannah Kate Evans. Holly Evans. Ewaluda Fadahunzi. Keris Fox. Sophia Evans. Jonathan Fox. Linda Annette Francis. Kate Louise Gardner. Jade Marie Gaudian. Erin Gauntlet. Aria Gelrud. Amalia Gita. Thomas Michael Gill. Karen Elizabeth Gonzalez Capitan. Ellen May Gooden. Emma Alexandra Gordon. Georgia Jane Grant. Alice Elizabeth Greaves. Millie Grady. Eleanor Green. Lauren Rebecca Green. Ellen Elizabeth Scale Griffiths. Lowry Victoria Ann Griffiths. Megan Olivia Griffiths. Tony Gronow. Nikita Kate Groves. Tika Guran. Lauren Alice Haig. Yasmin Haig Gobel. Jessica Holly Harmer. Libby Hartney. Alice Hayworth. Matthew Hilarion. Charlotte Holford. Sophie Hollins. Lydia Holloway. Laura Hood. Rebecca Hood. Katie Hook. Mia Hooper. Anya Horsler. Holly Howe. Sophie Hudson. Beth and Charlotte Hughes. Martha Ann Hughes. Lara Huntley. Beth and Louise Hurton. Charlotte Hyde. Cara Siles. Nabia Ha. Asaya Ismail. Keris Elizabeth James. Michelle Nyasha Jesh. Seren Emma Lee James. Bridget John. Erin John. Grace Lucinda Jones. Amy Louise Jones. Caris Louise Jones. Kathleen Lois Jones. Chloe Jones. Chloe Jones. Catherine Mary Jones. Neve Jones. Rebecca Jones. Rian Jones. Stephanie Marie Jones. Catherine Jordan. Kenzie Kakolmi. Kaylee Cahill. Rebecca Lancy. Mia Patricia Slater Landon. Charlotte Law. Jessica Law. Joanne Lewis. Sanjita Limbu. Phoebe Langs. Katie Llewellyn. Catherine Shandloyd. Holly Lloyd. Rhea Lloyd. Amy Lowe. Hannah McKinnon. Lucy Malley. Katie Ham. Daniel Mangum. Elena Iona Marcia. Rebecca Malaby. Bethan Martin. Maisie Jane Mason. Chelsea Lee Matthews, Molly May McAndrew, Olivia Lynette McCall, Alicia Gabrielle Meredith Stevens, Francesca Milburn, Lena Primrose Miller Hogg, Leah Kate Montgomery, Emily Florence Moon, Angela Morgan, Elan Clea Morgan, Emily Have Morgan, Macy Morgan, Chloe Lynn Muirhead, Charlie Murnan, Leah Murphy, Emily Angel Morgan, Rani Ann Murphy, Timotenda Mami Miminia, James Musgrove, Philva Katengi, Daisy May Newnham, Sophie Newnham, Emma Nichols, Louise Rose Jones O'Flynn, Laurie Ogilvie, Chelsea Louise O'Neill, Ellie Marie Owen, Tia Palmer, Poppy Parks, Tilly Payne, Alice Victoria Payton, Lucy Peter Phillips, Megan Susan Plain, Alice Poole, Dominic Pope, Stacey Marie Powell, Rebecca Christina Steenson Price, Jane Price, Olivia Purchase, Sophia Purjapun, Amelia Maria Syke, Holly Page Naomi Radmore, Phoebe Ann Ratcliffe, Marnie Ray, Deborah Reeves, Amy Riley, Emily Jane Riley, Larry Richards, Amy Louise Ricketts, Georgia Rogers, Emily Ross, Ellie Jade Rossiter, Caitlin Jane Rowlands, Kainer Sadler, Shayna Afkar Sami, Rebecca Savage, Charlotte Louise Scott, Cara Shaw, Bethany Skirn, Erin Smith, Mark Andrew Somerville, Neve Isabel Stacey, Nicole Stark, Hope Jessica Stevenson, Angela Suba Engdon, Mia Isabella Sully, Bora Maya Sunuwar, Fariba Shah Nazari, Kaylee Sumner, Tasnimara Saida, Jessica Tate, Lauren Bernice Taylor, Alicia Jade Hannah Thomas, Cara Thomas, Annabelle Celeste Thompson, Lauren Tomley, Holly Tozer, Kelly Walker, Aisha Walters, Alicia Lauren West, Naomi Leah West, Rosanna May Wheeler, Georgia Victoria Elena Williams, Molly Williams, Vivian Wilsden, Kate Elizabeth Woodens, Molly Woods, Bethan Wright, Lana Mae Yates, Ruka Yusuf, I, Professor Nicola Innes, introduce those who have received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Anisa Ansar, Tahira Ashra, Susie Bridgman, Kane Catley, Salwa Chowdhury, Tiffany Chuter, Julia Cook, Lydia Cosma, Karis Ruth Davis, David Donnellan, Jack Francis, Stephanie Haley, Jessica Hall, Maria Hassan, Lucy Jones, Kimberly Kennard, Reese Lardner, Violet Emma Moon, Emma Florence Newsom, Caroline Stacey Newsom, Christy Ann Oliver, Jessica Perry, Joshua Price, Lee Saltis, Neva Randall, Tyler Brooke Rogers, Nia Stokes, Hannah Taylor, Adam Tisbury, Aislinn Emma Treen, Taya Webb. Amber Whitelock. Gemma Kate Williams. Joseph Wynne. The Deputy Vice-Chancellor will now confer the award.
You kept up the clapping there with a lot of resilience, and that was both classy and kind. Diolch yn fawr iawn. There were some amazing pockets of primal screaming coming from there, and I particularly liked one at the back, which was very close to the sound of pain. A wnaeth y myfyrwyr hynny sydd newydd groesi'r llwyfan sefyll os gwelwch yn dda. Would all the students who have just crossed the stage please stand? Trwy'r awdurdod a roddwyd I mi gan y Brifysgol, derbyniaf chi i'ch dyfarniad a'r holl freintiau a ddaw yn ei sgil. Llongyfarchiadau, congratulations. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you.
I, Professor Stephen Riley, introduce those who have received the postgraduate certificate. Bryony Clements. Gemma Davis. Claire Colette Llewellyn. Leah Partridge. Amanda Wood. I, Professor Stephen Riley, introduce those who have received the postgraduate diploma. Emmy Athaythagi. Charlotte Elizabeth Barberini. Lauren May Bird. Brooke Clark. Susan Faulkner. Lilibeth de la Rama. Emily Howells. Jarita Ingram. Kieran Lamort. Terry Amanda Lowndes. Katie Luff. Nadine Newton. Alex North. Louise Simons. Katie Williams. I, Professor Stephen Riley, introduce those who have received the degree of Master of Science. Khalid Habib Al-Shamari. Molly Baby Joseph. Stephanie Baldwin. Faye Blackborough. Matthew Brayford. Sarah Burrow. Jessica Mary K. Stevens. Victoria Coles. Carol Dawn Curtis. Samantha Ann Davis. Ian Doverston. Portia Louise Edwards. Rachel Evans. Ruth Evans. Paul Harris Dack. Helen Nicola Higgs. Fionn Larry Jenkins. Debbie Jones. Priyaneth Jones. Laxmi Casey. Donna Lee. Trudy Logue. Kerry Morris. Helen Louise Murley. Karine Perry. Emily Phillips. Lorraine Peartrack. Jenny Pinkerton. Sophie Caroline Place. Natalie Ryan. Lydia Shaughnessy. Diana Turner. Elvie Susan Varghese. Sharon Warlow. Kelly Wilcox. Susan Young. Maureen Chioma Abelihi. The Deputy Vice-Chancellor will now confer the award.
A wnaeth y myfyrwyr hynny sydd newydd groesi'r llwyfan sefyll os gwelwch yn dda. Would the students who have just crossed the stage please stand? Drwy'r awdurdod a roddwyd I mi gan y Brifysgol, derbyniaf chi i'ch dyfarniad a'r holl freintiau a ddaw yn ei sgil. Llongyfarchiadau, congratulations. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
The following student has achieved a doctoral degree, and in recognition of their achievements and research, they will be presented to the presiding officers who will doff in return. I, Professor Stephen Riley, introduce those who have received the degree of Doctor of Advanced Healthcare Practice. Dr. Lisa Marianne Cordery-Bruce. I, Professor Stephen Riley, introduce those who have received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Godwin Wambwezi Ugwomanyi. The Deputy Vice-Chancellor will now confer the award.
A wnaeth y myfyrwyr sy'n newydd groesi'r llwyfan sefyll os gwelwch yn dda. Would the students who have just crossed the stage please stand? Lovely to have two in the same shot there. That is a nice shot. Okay. Trwy'r awdurdod a roddwyd I mi gan y Brifysgol, derbyniaf chi i'ch dyfarniad a'r holl freintiau a ddaw yn ei sgil. Llongyfarchiadau. Congratulations. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Steddwch.
Could all those students who have studied in any aspect of healthcare please stand, if you're able, for the reading of the oath.
I will now declare the oath, first in Welsh and then in English, and then I will ask you to agree to the terms of the oath. A ddawaf mae fy mlaenoriaeth gyntaf fydd gofalu am fy nghleifion. Byddaf yn garedig gyda phob claf ac ymdrechaf I gyfathrebu yn effeithlon gyda nhw. Byddaf yn parchu urddas a'i preifatrwydd a'i hawl I gyfrannu'n llawn at benderfyniadau ynglŷn â'i gofal. Byddaf yn onest ac yn ddibynadwy bob amser ac yn parchu a diogelu gwybodaeth gyfrinachol. Ni fydd fy nghredywau personol yn amharu ar ofal fy nghleifion. Trwy gydnabod cyfyngiadau fy nghymhwysef, byddaf pob amser yn diweddaru fy ngwybodaeth am sgiliau proffesiynol. Os bydd gennyf rheswm da I gredu nad o'i fi neu gydweithwyr yn addas I weithio, byddaf yn gweithredu'n gyflym I ddiogelu cleifion rhag perygl. Ni fyddaf yn camddefnyddio fy sefyllfa broffesiynol a byddaf yn gweithio gyda chydweithwyr yn y ffordd orau lles y cleifion. Yn yr holl faterion hyn, ni fyddaf byth yn gwahaniaethu'n anheg yn erbyn fy nghleifion na'n cydweithwyr a byddaf yn barod I gyfiawnhau fy ngweithredoedd iddynt ym mhob achos. Rhoddaf yr addewid yma ar fy llw yn wirfoddol ac o ddifrif. Os ydych yn cytuno â thelerau'r llw, dywedwch ydwyf. I promise that I will make the care of my patients my first concern. I will be considerate to all my patients and will strive to communicate effectively with them. I will respect my patients' dignity and autonomy and their right to be fully involved in decisions about their care. At all times, I will be honest and trustworthy, respecting and protecting confidential information. My personal beliefs will not prejudice my care of patients. Recognizing the limits of my competence, I will keep my professional knowledge and skills up to date. If I believe that I or a colleague may not be fit to practice, I will act quickly to protect patients from risk. I will not abuse my professional position and will work with colleagues in the ways that best serve patients. I will never discriminate unfairly against patients or colleagues, and I will always be prepared to justify my actions to them. I make this promise solemnly, freely, and upon my honour. If you agree to the terms of the oath, say I do.
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
It is my pleasure to introduce you to today's alumni speaker. Dr. Quentin Sandifer graduated in 1985 with a degree in medicine. He initially trained as a general practitioner and worked in family practice in the UK and Canada before entering public health practice in 1992. He led a distinguished career in public health, holding positions across the UK, eventually becoming Executive Director of Public Health Services and Medical Director of Public Health Wales. In this role, he was responsible for Wales's national screening programmes, as well as public health emergency planning and response. Quentin served as Public Health Wales's lead strategic director during the pandemic before retiring in December 2020. The following year, he was awarded an OBE for services to public health. Currently, he is a strategic advisor to the International Association of National Public Health Institutes and a technical consultant to the World Health Organization. Quentin is a long-term supporter of Cardiff University, and we're very fortunate to have him with us today to share some congratulatory words with you. Please welcome Dr. Quentin Sandifer.
Bore da, llongdyfechiadau dosbarth 24. Good morning and congratulations to the class of 2024. Da iawn. Well done. Graduation represents both the end and the beginning. The end of your studies in Cardiff and the beginning of whatever and wherever your degree now takes you. Many of you came to Cardiff having just left secondary level education. Now you hold a passport to a world of opportunities. Seek out and seize those opportunities. It is almost 40 years since I graduated from the University of Wales College of Medicine, one of several institutes that has, over the years, merged with Cardiff University. I am a local boy. I was born in Cardiff, raised and schooled in the Vale of Glamorgan. As a teenager, I revised for my A-levels in the library in the main building. And since my graduation, I have repeatedly returned to my alma mater as a master's level student, as an occasional lecturer, and as a proud alumnus. So what can I say to you that might leave you feeling inspired and excited for the future? Well, start by reflecting on your experiences and your achievements in Cardiff. Yes, you have worked hard, and now you have a degree in the field of healthcare sciences. The first step, I hope, in a long and rewarding career. But you have achieved so much more. You may have overcome huge personal challenges during your time in Cardiff and still succeeded when perhaps you thought all was lost. At the end of my second year of study, my father died unexpectedly from a heart attack in his early 60s. The university granted me a short time off my studies to sort out my family affairs, and my fellow students provided me with the support that carried me through a difficult period. If my experience counts for anything, then those same friends are likely to stay with you for life. As 30-somethings, you will be attending each other's weddings. You may then become godparents to each other's children. And in 20, 30, 40 years, you'll be attending reunions. I say to you, cherish and nurture these friendships. They will be among the strongest you will ever make. In addition to your studies, I hope you participated in every opportunity that has presented itself to you. Clubs, societies, and shared activities. Participation requires commitment, and patience. But the reward is joy, friendship, and learned experiences that I can assure you you will call on later in life. Consciously and unconsciously, your experiences in Cardiff will shape your lives and guide your future experiences. Like many local boys, my career took me across Offers Dyke and further afield and back again. As it has been oft said, you can take the boy out of Wales, but you can't take Wales out of the boy. Every time I left Wales, I was drawn by the possibility of new experiences and the opportunities for personal and professional advancement. And every time I returned to Wales, I was drawn by the desire to apply the knowledge and skills I had acquired from those experiences to really make a difference to this small, beautiful, but in so many ways challenged country. But even if this is not your home country, I hope you will feel compelled to grow personally and professionally, and then apply that knowledge and experience to make the world a better place for everyone. So be proud of what you have achieved. Seek out opportunities. Never stop learning and developing, personally and professionally. But first, celebrate your success. You deserve it. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you very much.
Phew, that was an astonishingly emotional morning. And thank you also to Dr. Sandifer for those words, those important words of advice and wisdom, and pointing out the important aspects of our university careers. Cloncyfarchiadau, congratulations to you all. You are now part of the Cardiff University alumni community. Cardiff alumni are great global citizens. Some of them are activists with high profiles. Others are quiet, solid contributors to their communities, and very important indeed. Cardiff will have given you more than just a degree. You've been encouraged to ask questions and to challenge conventional wisdom. You've shown willingness and determination and spirit, and those are the real hallmarks of a Cardiff University graduate. The Welsh word hiraeth is made for moments like this. It conveys a sense of place, of love, of longing, of memories. And we hope that you will keep hiraeth in your hearts for Cardiff University. But before we close the ceremony, there is one last Cardiff University tradition we need to uphold. While today has been all about your achievement, it's not something you've done on your own. You've been supported by family, friends, and of course, your lecturers throughout your degree. So, can I ask the new graduates here today to stand? Everyone in the arena made a lot of noise for you. Now it's your turn to make even more noise to say thank you, diolch yn fawr, to them. Please stand. Thank you. Please sit down again. I think we got the message. Now, to close our celebration, here is a film welcoming you to our Cardiff University alumni community. Enjoy the film. At the end of it, please can you stand as the platform party leaves and our ceremony draws to a close. And thank you all for joining us today. Congratulations once again, class of 24. Enjoy the rest of today and enjoy your future careers. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Take a look around you. Be welwch chi? What do you see? Class of 2024. Today we take stock of everything we've achieved and say thank you to those who always believed. So scroll through memories, cymryd selfies gyda'r besties, and stand up straight for the photographer. Say cheers. Today we remember how we got this far. The late nights and bright lights, and moments we didn't do as well as we might. Pob dyddiad cau, dyfal barhau, o weithio'n galed i'r dathliadau. Today we're rewarded for all the hard work that started way back with the first steps we took. Dropped at Talabont, yng Nghennydd, Aberdare or Aberconwy, I ganol y freshers, heb wybod lle I fynd, heb nabod bob un, nes canfod ffrindiau oes yn neidiau hoff cytun. First dates.
Soulmates.
I'm gonna start crying at this rate. Today we're part of something that's hard to describe. The new class of an old tribe. A tradition that'll be there our whole lives, a network that continues to help us thrive. Years from now, we'll see someone with a badge on their tie or hear people on a bus shouting,
Cheers, drive.
And we'll remember where we came from, where we came into our own, where we made our mark. Canfod Cartref, where we found a home. Today we make noise like it's the varsity game and count ourselves lucky we found people with the same interests, hobbies, byd o'r hwmor nes bod ni'n ffoli. People who tried to shelter us with broken brollies. People who helped us find our limits and push them out of the way. People who helped us get to this point.
On this day.
Today is a day we mark everything we've shared. A day we tell people just how much we cared, that they were always there, even when they couldn't be. Roedden ni'n gwybod y deiau eto high-lefryn for all the long hours we've had to put in. We still had those nights that went right through till dawn, and days we dug deeper than ever before. So here's to those late-night revisers and early risers, to sunny days that passed by in Butte Park, to that special someone who gave us that special spark and helped us to grow, to transform, to dream. Today's for that someone we're proud to have at our team. What happens tomorrow is whatever you choose. Go make news or break news, but absolutely refuse to be told that can't be done, because we've only just begun to make records and break records and make history and break history and say,
Fy mi, this is the world I want to see.
10,
20,
30,
40.
Years from now, you'll look back on today and realise you've been by your side the whole way. But right now, right here, let's savour the moment and say, Llongyfarchiadau, congratulations. Let's get the celebrations underway. Take a moment. Look around you. Be welwch chi? What do you see? We're Cardiff University. Croeso, welcome to your alumni community.